No último episódio de Dessa, Berseria.
Be that as it may, those who possess strong wings must.
It's not nice to make a girl cry.
E aí pessoal, sejam bem-vindos a mais um vídeo de Dessa, Berseria. E dessa vez eu já vou ver a expedição aqui. Eu tenho que me acostumar a o que, tipo, eu tô jogando muito jogo de Switch atualmente e eu odeio o fato de que o botão A é o botão que confirma e o botão B é o que volta. Eu nem sei se esse aqui era o local certo, deixa eu ver. Como é que vai pro lado? Eis a questão, como é que vai pro lado pra ver? Ah, tá. Eu acho... Não, eu não consegui ainda não. Eu não consegui o tesouro especial daqui não. Eu consegui o traje de banho da Velvet. Ok, né? Bom, vamos lá. No último episódio a gente tava, né, fugindo do negócio, porque basicamente a gente cortou a única coisa que deixava essa área segura. Então tem isso aí. E agora tá tendo malevolência pra todo quanto é lado, moleque. Todo mundo vai morrer agora, foda. Pior que essa parte do jogo eu acho bem da hora, porque... Eu acho que eu lembro que eu tinha falado no outro episódio que foi a Abadia que criou essa situação. Aqui, desse povo aqui começar a depender de malevolência. Pelo menos é uma teoria que eu tenho, né? Eu não sei se é 100% verdade ou não. Mas eu gostaria que fosse verdade, porque, pô, aí seria tipo, a gente criou um problema e pra tentar consertar o problema. Só que aí não conseguimos, então o problema agora tá solto. Não precisa enfrentar esses caras aqui não. Mal dá um XP mais. Quem precisa lutar nesse jogo? Eu não. Ainda bem que eu não preciso. Tinha um tesouro no outro, só que eu não tô preocupado em pegar não, todos os tesouros não. Eu ainda tenho todos os stat boosters aqui, né? Sem usar. What the fuck? Aquele cara apareceu ali na frente. What? Mas cara!
You better be ready.
Folgado, bicho folgado do caralho. Para com essa merda, mano. Na moral, bicho chato. Nossa, eles estão muito no canto aqui, velho. Bom. Tem um negócio ali, só que eu não preciso. Que é só uma batalha de inimigo normal, foda-se.
We won, right? Right?
Uhum. Ganhamos na FC. Bônus de grau. Agora que isso aqui tá aparecendo? É sério isso? Ou nunca percebi? Cara, é sério que eu nunca percebi esse bônus de grau? Não, deve tá aparecendo agora só. Né? Ah, por que esses bichos ficam aparecendo na minha frente? Agora eu tô com puta medo dele aparecer agora aqui, ó. Jumpscare da toupeira. Óculos de sol. Jumpscare da toupeira. Cadê? O tesouro deve estar aqui. Aham. Eu reconheço esses lugares. Esse povo não pode mais me enganar. Já reconheço os lugares que eles botam. Se não tivesse tesouro lá, só teria tipo um bagulho retinho e é isso aí. Eles não iam estender a área lá pra cima. Game design, moleque. Tem que fazer espaço pros... Ô, molecada, sai daqui, mano. Caralho. O mundo tá acabando lá fora. O que vocês estão fazendo aqui dentro? Vocês estão tudo doidos. Preciso vender esses bagulho, né, mano? Se bem que eu não tô com problema de dinheiro, não. Foge, rapaziada, pelo amor de Deus. Deixa eu ver se tem algum evento. Não tem nenhum evento. Seria estranho ter um evento aqui, nesse instante. É. Bora. Principalmente com a música, né, tensa tocando.
Where are we going? Where's my mom?
Come on, your mother is still far away.
Then I need to wait for her at home. Let's go back to Haria. Scary demons are running through the village. It's too dangerous there now. But I want to see my mom. Your mom would be sad if you got hurt by a demon. Come with us, and we'll keep you safe until she comes back. Okay, I'll go with you. I wouldn't want Mom to be sad.
Ok. Bora lá. Não sei muita coisa pra comentar sobre. Tem gente que não gosta muito da Kamona por causa da voz dela, mas eu acho que a voz dela é bem realista, assim. Pra uma criança assim, corrompida por, sei lá, qualquer coisa que aconteceu.
You're going to tell me about the demon blight and malevolence.
Fala aí,
Are you
Isaac.
seriously thinking of breaking the Moloch taboo?
That depends.
Moloch taboo? This is about more than just the demons. You could say it's the truth behind how this world really works. The knowledge can be devastating to humans, throwing into question everything they think they know. And so the Malachim agreed to withhold it from humans, for their own protection.
Do you still want to know?
It's not like I'm a human anymore. I can't keep lying to myself. I can't go on unless I know the truth.
Ela é a única humana, né, do grupo inteiro.
You asked for it.
Ah não, Magilou existe.
First of all, this illness you call demon blight does not exist.
É, eu imaginava.
Any human carries the potential of becoming a demon. All it takes is for the malevolence lurking in their heart to overflow.
Sim.
And what exactly is this malevolence? Impure emotions beyond what reason can suppress. Think of it as the sin buried in men's souls.
So you knew.
I'm a witch. So malevolence is the darkness in all our hearts. Make any sense to you guys? Any at all?
When you put it like that, yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
É uma coisa normal dos seres humanos, faz parte.
By nature, humans are incited by negative energy. It is easy to turn them towards impurity, creating malevolence. In fact, most people are constantly generating malevolence.
It might even be possible that demons are people's true selves, and what little reason they possess is all that keeps them in human form.
If the masses realize this, the realm would be thrown into utter chaos. That's why the Abbey propagates the lie of demon blight.
So I presume.
Não é uma coisa dos seres
That
humanos.
can't
Não é
be
uma coisa
true.
dos seres humanos.
You know yourselves there weren't any demons before the opening.
It used to be that humans couldn't see demons or Malachim. Not unless they possessed a unique spiritual talent we call resonance.
All your average human would see was someone turning extremely violent. Unable to explain what was happening, they just call those people possessed or feral.
Then what made people see them all of a sudden?
I don't know. My guess would be that something triggered greater resonance among all of humanity. And then, on the day of the Advent, all humans gained the ability to perceive Malachim. And in the following days, the exorcist numbers swelled.
This has to be Artorias' doing.
É o sacrifício lá, sei lá.
But if there's no sickness, why would an entire village turn into demons at the same time?
8-headed is the lord of the land, with 7 mouths to devour malevolence. Humans produce malevolence, which Therians consume and transmit to a Nominat. But when we removed Kamawana from the Earth Pulse point...
Clever boy. That's right. With no Therian to absorb their malevolence, the villagers could no longer contain it.
So you're saying it's all my fault?
Hey, what's going on? You all look so sad. It's scaring me.
On the other hand, at least now we know we can trust the contents of that ancient book. We tear the Therians away from their Earth Pulse points. Inominat's power will wane, and will prevent this awakening.
But if we take away the Therians, then more and more humans will turn into demons.
It's the only way to kill Artorias.
Ooh, the knives come out.
So even the truth won't stop you. Very well.
Since each Therian looks different, we'll only find them by capturing the Earth Pulse points one by one.
What separates humans and demons?
Nada, basicamente.
That's Eleanor. Cheer up, Eleanor. Your mommy's looking over you too, you know.
Ah.
Yeah, so she is. Thank you, Kamawana.
Grimoire, I want you to tell me more about what you said earlier.
About malevolence? I told you, the subject is taboo.
I understand that human emotions create a poison called malevolence that turns people into demons. Is there no way to stop malevolence from being created?
As long as humans remain human, no. Malevolence is born of emotion, you see.
But your kind must have found a way around it. Malachim experience emotions too.
But Malachim do not produce malevolence, unlike humans.
That's a lie. I've watched a Malak turn into a demon.
That only happens when we are exposed to too much external malevolence.
True. The island was full of prisoners and demons. And Melchior hit that Malak with something that turned it into a wyvern. Was it malevolence?
To Malachim, malevolence is a powerful toxin. We seek those of purity to serve as vessels to protect us from it.
Faz
It
sentido.
is not a perfect solution, however.
If the vessel is corrupted, the Malak is as well.
That is correct.
So if Eleanor turns into a demon, then Laphicet... That must be what Eisen meant when he said he'd hate to see Laphicet's vessel broken.
A small crack in one's soul is often all it takes to break a person apart. So try not to pick on our squeaky clean exorcist too much.
Thanks for the warning.
Yep. Melhor não irritar muito a Leonor, não. Ou, sei lá, dar muito dano psicológico nela, não. Pelo amor de Deus. Mas a coisa que ficou na minha cabeça é que aquela vila lá não tinha nenhum problema. Eles até falaram, né? Aquela vila lá não tinha nenhum problema de malevolência ou praga demoníaca por muito tempo antes da abadia chegar lá. Aí a abadia chegou lá e isso aí aconteceu. Então, sei lá. Não sei se o jogo vai apontar isso ou não. Mas se malevolência é coisa de dentro dos humanos, né? Uma coisa que nasce de dentro dos humanos e tudo mais. Pode ser que conflito com a abadia, né? Tipo, fez sentimentos ruins e tudo mais crescer dentro das pessoas. E aí meio que criou malevolência ao redor. E aí o povo lá, a abadia criou, né, o selo, puxou uma das cabeças do Therion lá, puxou um Therion, uma das cabeças do Inominato, né, pra sugar toda a malevolência que eles mesmos estavam criando com o conflito. E aconteceu o que aconteceu. Fala comigo, cara.
Rescued this poacher who'd run away from one of those class 4 islands, right? She mentioned something about being hired by some chef to go hunt a rare wolf on the island. But she didn't see a single blasted critter on that island, let alone any rare wolf. Place was empty.
Then why did she run away?
Even though she never saw nothing, she kept hearing some beast howling round the island. Freaked her right out, I tell ya. When she got back to her boat, her food had been pilfered, and her ship was scratched up to hell. She got out of there as quick as she could, but her ship sunk soon as she hit open water.
Sounds like whatever's there is as smart and manipulative as it is vicious.
Sounds like. Later I heard some talk about how several exorcists had gotten killed on that island. If you plan on going, you'd best be very cautious.
Ok, mais uma ilha.
Sir, we just received a Sylph J from the boss of the Bloodwings. She has a job for us and wants us to meet her in Logres. How should we respond?
Let's do it. Besides, we need to see if that demon in the villa was actually a Therian.
Good point. And the Bloodwings might know something about the other Therians too. We're heading for Logres. Prepare to set sail.
Ready anytime.
A gente não tem nenhum caminho pra ir, né? Então é melhor a gente pegar informações. Plim. Vamos ver essa ilha. Bom que não dá game over, então eu posso vir aqui e simplesmente, bora tentar. Vamos ver. Fraqueza, ataque físico, tá? Não sei qual que é o ataque físico. Eu acho que eu desconfigurei todos os ataques físicos, se não me engano, por causa do boss. Fucking gambá, moleque. Que saco. Não bate no UFC não, mano. Beleza. Aqui. Pera, isso aqui é macaco. Pou. Beleza. Isso aqui é faca contra fogo, então? Não, eu quero saber... não, é faca contra vento. Então por que a Velvet usou um ataque de fogo? Talvez ela não tenha um finalizador de... Isso aqui, cara, é faca contra ataque físico. Bora, bora, bora. Eu tô perdendo vida, mano. Vai, filho. Beleza. Tá perdendo vida, moleque. Daquela forma, eu não posso perder tanta vida assim, cara. Você fala contra o que, mano? Você só resiste à terra, beleza, então. Beleza. Tem bastante inimigo aqui. Eu não sei se o combo finaliza com Moonlight Cycle, sei lá. Mas... beleza. Acho que não. Cadê os inimigos? Eu tô perdendo vida, volta pra cá, mano. Isso. Volta por aqui. Mais um. Vai. Isso. Eu tenho que, tipo, me posicionar melhor, moleque. Eu não consigo, eu podia atacar, tipo, múltiplos inimigos com esses ataques que eu tenho. Se eu me posicionasse certo, né? Olha lá. O problema é que eu tenho que finalizar meu combo, aí é meio foda. Olha lá. Consegui atingir os dois, ó. Pô. Double kill, mano. Para de bater no laço, pelo amor de Deus, mano. Toma. Eu pensei que os três tinham morrido, mano. Beleza. Mano. Vem pra cá. Você. Primeiro pro lado. Isso. É disso que eu tô falando, cara. Pô. 10.000 vezes. Eu podia virar, mas... vou pegar um gambá aqui, esse gambá aqui. Saco. Isso aqui cura, né? Então... cura status. Então paralisia não é problema, não. Toma. Gambá do caralho desses bichos. Pega no ar. Isso. Quantos mais tem? Ah, tá. Eu pensei que eu falei quantos mais tem desses bichos. Não, acabou. Ok. Maestria. Mais itens obtidos. Sapato com espeto. Não foi tão difícil, não. Foi só um monte de inimigo fraco. Queria que desse XP, né? Mas... fazer o quê? Porto de Jackson. Já, então vamos lá. O que aqui é dentro do navio?
I lost my mother to a demon. Yet that girl's a Therian. I don't even know what I want anymore.
Hey, that's pretty! You like to look at that thing, don't you?
Yes, my mother... someone very important to me gave me this. I treasure it a lot. Looking at it gives me strength. Do you want to see it?
Yeah! Ah! What's wrong? My face! It's scary!
Ah, tá.
I don't want to look like that! I don't want my mommy to hate me! Mommy! Mommy!
When I was her age, that's just how I cried. Come, Alana. I want you to see this.
That huge owie. What happened?
It's big and ugly, isn't it? there are scary things about my body, too. But do you think I'm scary, Kamoana?
No, not at all. But are you all right? Does that hurt?
Thanks, sweetie. I'm all right, I promise.
What about me? Do you think I'm scary?
You're such a sweetheart, Kamoana. Nobody could ever be scared of you. Not me, not your mother, not Laphicet. You don't have to cry anymore. It'll be okay. I promise.
Okay.
That scar, was it from a demon?
Yeah. They attacked my village when I was a girl. I was so hurt, I couldn't move. But my mother lured them away from me so I could survive.
What happened to her?
The last thing she said to me was, "Stay strong and keep living."
Oh.
Come to the deck. Grimoire says she's learned something from the book.
Ooh.
Hey, why's your face so red?
It's nothing.
Somehow I doubt that.
It's nothing, I swear.
Ok, lá você. É estranho que eles tiveram que desenhar o bagulho. Só pra não ter que animar o modelo.
Remember the second verse of that song Laphicet read earlier.
4 Empyreans may tear him asunder, but so long as there is one receptive to divine power, Therians shall be forever reborn in sight of the full crimson moon.
Right. That's what I've gathered you all here to discuss.
And we think that passage means that Innominat and the Therians will be revived by a chosen one, right?
Yes, but the shall be forever reborn part kept bothering me. I've reconsidered my analysis. Suppose that instead of someone being chosen by Innominat to create Therians, the song means that Innominat chooses who becomes Therians. But so long as there is one receptive to divine power, Therians shall be forever reborn. What do you think that could mean?
Enquanto tiver uma cabeça,
That
tipo...
someone receptive to Innominat's power will be reborn as a Therian.
Like Kamoana.
Which is to say that the Abbey figured out how to turn people into Therians, and then got right to work.
Exatamente.
Are you really that surprised? Artorias has always been one to prioritize the many over the individual, as I well know.
Another thing to consider is this wording about Therians being forever reborn. This could mean that one Therian will be reborn again and again, or it could mean that different Therians will be born to take their place.
Meaning that even if you kill one, there are more waiting in line. They can't be wiped out.
Looks like prioritizing the one over the many was the right call this time. Eh, Velvet?
I never said I wouldn't kill her, if it would prevent Innominat's reawakening. But Therians can't be killed. Not truly.
So, in a nutshell, if you kill one, another person who's receptive to Innominat's power will be reborn as one.
Right. But the song says that 7 mouths feed the body, so there's only so many around.
If you don't kill them, the next ones won't be born.
Ainda bem que não mataram o inseto.
So we remove the 7 Therians from their Earth Pulse points instead. But then, we also have to protect them so the Abbey doesn't steal them back. Or kill them.
Sounds tricky.
We've got to protect my bug, too.
Yeah, you take real good care of that thing now. Got it?
You bet I will.
In that case, we should probably work on securing a proper hideout for ourselves. You got a secret base or anything, Eisen?
It's every man's fantasy, but sadly, I don't.
We need a hard-to-find spot. One where we can guarantee a steady supply of malevolence for the Therians.
Somewhere devoid of people but full of malevolence. Real poser you got there.
With the Abbey in control of the entire continent, finding a place like that will be easier said than done.
Meanwhile, Innominat's reawakening draws ever closer. We'll have to keep collecting our Therians while we search for a hideout.
For now,
Let's just get to Logris.
Você tá olhando por quê? E tipo, a Velvet é um Terrier, né? Porque obviamente o Artorius, tipo, falou que ela é um Terrier. Então ela tá viva aqui.
Hey, old man! Give me all the water and food you got! Wait your turn, moron! I was drifting out at sea for 3 days! Almost died out there! Poor you! You probably deserved it! Say that again, wise ass! I dare ya!
Shut up, both of you! No one's getting anything until you pay me what you owe first.
Meu Deus.
Are they gonna be okay?
Don't pay them any mind. Sailors are just a short-tempered bunch, that's all.
Huh? The hell are you doing?
What's going on?
They've jacked up the price to dock our ship here.
Oh yeah? Some real balls you've got there, buddy.
If you lot want to moor here, that's the price you're gonna pay. Look, pirates are a liability to begin with, but calling your crew infamous these days would be putting it lightly. The more wanted you are, the more it's gonna cost to hide you. Capiche?
Hard to argue there. Benwick, just pay the man what he wants.
Yes, sir. You're such pushovers. You and the captain both.
I knew I could count on you to come through, Eisen. Pleasure doing business with you.
Meu Deus.
Looks like I'm causing you trouble.
It comes with the job. Don't sweat it. Some sailors just have longer tempers than others.
No.
Noted.
Ok. Bom. Vamos lá, né? Deixa eu desapegar com a expedição aqui.
I knew this would be
Isso.
big. What a treasure!
Cartas de tarô antiga. Um baralho dado por uma mulher das Ilhas da Força. Por algum motivo, as bordas das cartas são muito afiadas. Tem algum personagem que usa carta de tarô com arma nessa série? Eu não lembro. Tá minha cabecinha, eu não lembro não. Deixa eu ver. Se tem alguma dica, né?
These cards look like they hold many secrets.
Tipo, a Magilou, ela usa, tipo, os guardiões, só que é guardião, né? Não são cartas de tarô. O Lafse, ele usa uns papel. Mas eu não acho que é carta de tarô também, não. Certo. Você sabe do que é a hora, então? Hora de prever seu futuro, Velvet? Não tem interesse. Não seja desmancha prazer. Sabe o que dizem sobre as previsões que faço? Boa ou má, você vai se nausear. Essa é sua propaganda? Talvez você devesse abandonar a previsão do futuro e investir em amaldiçoar as pessoas. Touché, cara demônio. Eu tenho a recompensa perfeita pra você. Vou prever seu futuro de graça. Agora, vejamos o que dizem as cartas. Ei, você enfiou olhos de salamandra nos seus ouvidos? Eu disse que não tenho interesse. As cartas dizem: você será importunado por uma vidente. Na mosca, mas em vez de nada, só sinto dor de cabeça. Ok. Parabéns, Magilou. Deixa eu ver. Roupa de prisioneiro, traje de banho. Caralho. Da hora. Eu vou ficar com o normal mesmo. Pera aí, deixa eu ver aqui os outros. Eu tenho traje enorme da água. Sim. Essas coisas. Né. Eu acho engraçado essas fantasias, só que eu não uso. Eu nunca usaria, não. Roupa sem jaqueta. Nossa, é muito estranho isso. Não. Tipo, o azul combina bem com ela, então, tipo, se você tira o azul, mano, você fica mó bizarro, cara. Magilou sem chapéu. Magilou sem chapéu é mais bizarro ainda. É verdade, se a gente botar o estilo chapéu, dá pra ver o negócio do Roku ali. Cadê? Como é que tá o zoom mesmo? Como é que posiciona? RT. Aqui. Ah, só isso que tem de zoom, mano? É, dá pra ver o lado demônio dele. Tipo, acho que depois de... Deixa eu ver. Informação diária. Eu ganhei essa roupa de traje de banho. Falta alguns ainda. Miniloid. Falta alguns ainda. Talvez quando eu terminar de pegar todos, eu vou tentar pegar, tipo, todos os tesouros. Todos os tesouros, né? Tipo, dessa sala aqui eu tento me focar em completar os bagulho. Mini Lloyd! Oh, e ele ali em cima. Lá está ele. Eu não tinha visto isso. Fucking Mini Lloyd. Ele fica na cabeça, moleque. Eu nem lembro se eu vi isso ou não, pra falar a verdade. Coelho. Ih, moleque. Gavete de óculos. É isso aí, cara. Estiloso. Não, tira. Sabe o que tira? Isso aqui. É engraçado como eu coloquei a rosa e simplesmente esqueci dela aqui. Pra você ver quanto que combina com o design dela, essa rosa. Eu simplesmente coloquei e nem lembrei que ela não tem essa rosa aqui.
Alright, everything's all fixed up. Now to polish this ship from top to bottom.
You really throw your back into your work, don't you?
Why shouldn't I? The Von Eltia is our pride and joy, our weapon. And most importantly, our home.
I'm sure you've heard this before, but she's one odd-looking ship.
The Von Eltia was built by the Kingdom 12 years ago, using the very best technology available. She was designed for search and seizure operations on the high seas. Apparently, her unusual design comes from an engineer who is familiar with technology from the far continent.
But on her maiden voyage, a string of mysterious accidents took the lives of the captain, then the second, and then the third in command. People thought the ship was bad luck. She was about to be scrapped when Captain Ifried came and snatched her for himself.
If the ship was bad luck, why did Ifried want it?
Well, I'm sure part of it was that he wanted a sturdy ship, capable of reaching the far continent. But when I asked him why, he said, she looks interesting.
She's too interesting if you ask me. We've been chased by storms, struck by icebergs, attacked by a giant whale. You name it.
3 years ago when the first mate arrived, it all made sense. To think we'd been haunted by a Reaper the whole time.
Oh, come on. Don't go blaming the captain and the first mate for every bad thing that happens. I bet you're all just frustrated because you're forced to go where they tell you.
None of us are forced to be here. We're here because we choose to be here. And we do so fully knowing what sort of men the captain and the first mate are.
Anyone can leave the crew whenever they like. We're free pirates, each of us, here because we want to be. Some of us love adventure, some are looking to test their fate, and some are just searching for a good place to die. We're a ragtag bunch of rogues, that's for sure. But not a one of us has died carrying regret or resentment.
So we're glad to help out you and yours. But you'd best not forget what we stand for.
I won't.
They're quite the crew, aren't they?
Were all those accidents truly caused by your power?
Yeah. I've been searching far and wide for a way to lift the Reaper's curse. But when I couldn't find a single thread to follow on this continent, I turned my eyes to the other side of the ocean.
And that's why you boarded this ship.
And a fine ship she is. The Von Eltia was built from 1,000-year-old wood, you know. Before I found my coin, she was my vessel.
Oh, look.
But then the accidents came.
See.
And then Ifried stole the ship. Did he know you were on board?
Definitely. He had pretty solid resonance going for him. Although at first, I think he assumed I was just a dour-eyed lubber worthy of little notice.
I suppose being a Reaper tends to take its toll like that.
No argument there. But still, whether they could see me or not, they didn't act any differently at all. I fought my damn curse with everything I had. And Ifrit and his crew fought right along with me. Hell, we even finally made it to the far continent.
Oh, yeah?
And you didn't find anything there? To help with your curse?
I didn't even look.
But that's why you went there, isn't it?
Eventually, I just got tired of fighting back. The crew, they taught me how to feel alive. And the joy of pursuing my dreams alongside good friends.
Oh. Oh, meu Deus do céu. Ok, Aizen. Mas faz sentido que o povo começou a chamar o navio de amaldiçoado. O Aizen era o recepto do Aizen. Gostei dessa explicação. 75, mano. Só mais um pouco. Cadê? Aqui.
Just when are we gonna be allowed free access through Vortigern? Having to go all the way around it every time is far too inconvenient. If they insist on building a big gate over the sea, the least they can do is let honest folk through it.
I get why you're upset, but maybe they just haven't been able to devote the resources to fix it after those savage demons wrecked the place. Look, those demons who attacked Helaves are still on the loose, aren't they?
Yep. Standing right here.
From what I heard, the demons who wrecked Vortigern were the same ones that killed the High Priest.
What? No way. Wait a minute. The High Priest was killed?
Yeah. The official story is that he's injured or sick or something, but I heard differently.
Then no wonder they haven't had time for Vortigern. I hope the Abbey finds those demons quick. Those monsters need to pay for what they did.
Looks like our infamy is growing by the day.
Maybe they'd even put a bounty on us by now.
They keep embellishing our escapades, though. I'm honestly a little hurt they're calling us monsters.
The more they embellish, the easier it is for us to get around. Confusion and panic will only help us.
É disso que eu tô falando, moleque. O povo exagera pra caralho nos humores. Tanto que volta pra ajuda a gente a andar pelos lugares, né? Porque é um bagulho tão ridículo. E é tão ridículo que a gente parece normal, tá ligado? Esse grupinho aqui parece normal. Isso acaba ajudando a gente a, né? Passar por aí sem pensar em muita coisa. Beleza. Tem 3 tesouros aqui, só que eu não sei se vou procurar. Talvez atrás... Não tem não. Não tem como ir lá não. Não tem nenhum aqui. É bizarro, eu pensei que eu tinha pegado os tesouros desse lugar. A não ser que... enchendo de novo, né, os negócios, os tesouros. Conexão com o submundo.
Bloodwing butterflies operate in the Empire's shadows. Not even the Abbey knows their full scope beyond whispers and rumor. And you all have a connection to them, don't you?
Dark and interconnected is the underworld. We've heard voices in the shadows, glimpsed faces behind paper-thin masks.
The attack on High Priest Gideon. Was that at their behest?
Yeah, the Bloodwings asked us to take him out.
We did it in exchange for information that could lead us to Artorias.
Information? You would assassinate a man for mere information?
Yes. Information on the shepherd who rules the world. Not a bad deal if you ask me.
We just work with them when our interests align. Nothing more.
That's the kind of thin justification I'd expect to hear from them, too.
But the Bloodwings were acting upon knowledge that the High Priest was harming the people of the city.
You're right. The incident with the nectar was the Church's failing. And it seems that the Bloodwing Butterfly Network goes further and deeper than we had thought.
They knew about the barrier at the throne, too.
And Velvet's expertise at dove mimicry.
Would you stop bringing that up?
Dove mimicry. What does that mean?
Longa história.
I have no idea.
There was a dove near the dock checkpoint. That's all.
Aham.
Huh? Right! It was a black, full-chested dove, wasn't it? Cuckoo!
Cuckoo, moleque.
Black, full-chested dove. Is that some sort of underworld code word?
Sim, Eleanor. É um código para não pense mais sobre isso. Nunca na sua vida. Ok.
Here we are, back in Logris. It was a lot tougher to get in the first time.
More funny than tough, if you ask me.
Verdade.
Oh, you mean Velvet's little dove act? Coo, coo. I'd be careful teasing her if I were you. You know how she can get.
Oh, don't act like you didn't enjoy it too. I'm sure you did, right? Good little boys don't lie to adults, you know.
I might have. Just a little.
Say it like a dove.
Cru, cru.
It was funny. Coo, coo.
Sim, foi. Melhor parte do jogo.
Is Inominat's book so difficult? Grimoire seemed perplexed by it.
Yeah. She said it was written in ancient Avarost, a language that uses Impressionist script.
I've never heard of Impressionist script.
Each character can have many different meanings and readings, depending on the emotion it's expressing and the way it relates to the characters around it.
É igualzinho as
Some
línguas
records on its grammar
de
and
símbolos, né?
structure survive, but none that say how to read the emotion the characters express. Grimoire said that you have to recreate the writer's feelings as a sort of starting point in order to read it.
I see. And you have a talent for that sort of thing?
I guess I do.
But a script based on emotions? That's as far removed from modern language as can be.
Yeah, it's completely unrelated apparently.
How can it be completely unrelated?
After the temperance of Avarost, the entirety of human civilization vanished. The language went with it.
Much as a blooming flower loses its petals, the Avarost civilization grew too far and came to its final end. The surviving buildings and ancient tools, the likes of which our technology cannot replicate, were the beginning of that end.
In any case, it sounds like deciphering that writing will take quite a while.
Uhum. Esse bagulho de língua por símbolos é bem esquema de japonês, né? Essas línguas que são tipo mais simbólicas. Tem um símbolo e ele representa um conceito, ao invés de ser só tipo uma letra que nem a gente pensa como língua sendo, né? Eu não tenho muito conhecimento de japonês, mas eu sei desse negócio básico, que, né, um símbolo é um conceito. Cada símbolo é um conceito. Aí você junta conceitos e você... É tipo um quebra-cabeça. Você junta conceitos e aí você tem uma ideia do que a pessoa tá falando ou escrevendo.
Man, the capital sure is big.
Yeah, with historical buildings and artisans and all, there's much of interest here for a boy who loves to learn.
Verdade, primeira vez que a gente veio aqui com a Eleanor.
But don't wander off and get lost.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Don't worry about him. He can take care of himself.
I know, I was just saying.
Tá bom, mamãe. É.
You look like travelers. I have some good news for you. The restrictions on travel to the Aldina Plains are going to be lifted soon. The road's opening back up!
So, that's the latest word on the streets?
Ha! I see what you did there.
I try to liven things up around here.
Well, ever since Lord Artorias became the Shepherd, demon attacks have gone down. The world's filled with hardships, but perhaps things are starting to go in the right direction.
Perhaps. The demons who nearly destroyed Helaves are still skipping about on the loose, though.
What?
And just the other day, a village near Isolde was destroyed by the demon blight. Guess the capital doesn't mind, though.
What?
Don't worry about it. Your shepherd and the abbey are going to save the world, right?
Listening to you has kinda gotten me all nervous again. If you hear any other scary stories, let me know, please.
I've got one with fresh blood, melted bodies. Oh, maybe that tale about the demon doll that comes alive.
If you're going to waste time, we're leaving you here.
Well, that's enough of this detour then. Sorry to be such a drag.
Wait! That doll one sounded really cool!
Ah, não queremos saber. Foi mal aí, galera. O boneco possuído pelos demônios vai ficar para um outro jogo. Vamos ver. Tem um tesouro por aqui. Mas sei lá, acho que não vou pegar não. Plim. Essa cutscene.
What's with this crowd?
Magilou's troupe just put on a real show.
Magilou.
Man, it was the best. Her dancing was every bit as great as I'd heard.
Wow, the Magilou?
Magilou.
Surely you mean Magilou. Has my time to bask in fame finally come at long last?
No, we're talking about Magilou, not Magilou.
E...
You know, Lulu, the famous dancer? She actually goes by the majestic Lulu, but everyone calls her Magilou.
Coincidência.
Just watching the beauty of her dance, you can't help but feel like maybe everything's gonna turn
Ela lá,
out
tipo,
okay in the world.
lá atrás.
Sounds like a pretty cheerful act she has.
Cheerful? This is all a ripoff!
Você sabe dançar, Magilou?
Trying to pass off as Magilou's menagerie and profit from our good name!
What good name? We don't actually perform anything.
I was planning on getting started eventually, but now this con artist comes along and ruins everything!
I can't just ignore that, you know.
E...
It's Magilou!
You did great today, Magilou. I loved it.
Thank you so much. But according to my teacher, I still have a long way to go. I'll work hard to do better next time, so I hope you'll come see me.
Magilou's teacher is a dancer named Volta, whose immense talent brought him all the fame in the world. But Volta suffered a tragic injury that took him forever from the stage, and now Magilou is working hard to carry on his dream.
So, you're Magilou then?
I am. My teacher and I work really hard to put on performances that'll leave a lasting impact. And I refuse to let anyone call me a phony.
Oh? And how do you propose to stop me? Taking it to the stage and seeing which one of us can better hold a crowd?
Yes. That's just what I was hoping for.
Lulu, don't go around picking petty fights.
But sir, this woman, she...
You should know better. If you have the energy to spare spitting vitriol at people, you should refocus that anger into moving your body. If you need to express yourself, do it on the stage.
Por que o cara tá chorando ali atrás?
Teacher, is the pain acting up again?
It's no matter. What does pain compare to losing the ability to dance? Anyway, what matters is how you're holding up.
I'm fine, sir.
Good. Then let's head back and practice some more.
He seems strict. He does. But keep in mind that Volta recognized her talent at a young age. He even adopted her so he could pass on everything he knew. He might be strict, but only because he believes in her.
You sure know an awful lot about them.
I'm sort of a fan of theirs, you could say.
A teacher and his student, chasing after the same dream. What a sweet little story they have.
Que bonitinho. Eu me pergunto se isso vai levar pra algum
I
lugar.
think it's high time for Magilou's menagerie to put on a show. And for our act, we'll be a comedy duo.
Oh boy.
Comedy? Where'd you get that idea?
You heard me propose a challenge to little Magilou, right? But not one of you knows a single acrobatic trick.
Sorry. Don't apologize. You couldn't have seen this coming.
Well, you could act like you feel a little bad at least. Now, normally I'd make you guys do something flashy like jump through a ring of fire, but I'll be magnanimous and let you do comedy instead. With comedy, I can take control of the stage and keep things lively.
I can feed you the audience on a platter. But going on the same stage as Magilou, it's too much to handle.
Oh, I can't wait to take her down a peg or two.
I'm out. I don't even know why you're bothering. It's hopeless.
It's not hopeless. Plus, if we do well, we'll be raking in the dough. What better opportunity do we have to get started than now? After all, people will come thinking we're Magilou's troupe.
You're sure eager to profit off of her good name.
That's exactly the material I want. Keep throwing out such zingers and the audience will be in stitches.
I'm not sure I follow, but okay.
Okay.
The only thing getting thrown out is gonna be you.
You know, I think you could pull off being the straight man in our act.
What? Keep your compliments to yourself.
This plan might sound dumb, but more money never hurts.
Caralho.
Then it's settled. Now we just need to book ourselves a few gigs. I've got an in with all the stage directors in town. For now, I think everyone should pair up so we can figure out just what sort of comedy chops you all have. Everybody?
Even me?
Todo mundo.
Certainly. Each one of you is a part of Magilou's menagerie after all.
Olha só.
I'm not so sure about this. Fala aí comigo.
Whenever I hear Magilou's name, I can't help but think of Magilonica.
Magilonica?
Ooh.
Who's that?
Oh, she's just a girl who worked as part of the freak show. Talked to spirits nobody else could see.
That's her, all right. She had many mysterious powers, like moving things without touching them and divining where people would find lost objects. For a time, people called her the Little Witch. She was pretty popular.
Thanks to her, the rest of the troupe took in plenty of cash. Or so I hear.
Yeah, but eventually they took it too far, and the kingdom tried them for heresy. I hear Magilonica was subjected to really brutal torture.
True fact. Everyone knows this story.
Well, I've never heard it.
That's not too surprising. It all took place when I was a young woman myself.
Remind me, Magilou. How old are you again?
What? How old would you say I am?
Well, from your reaction, I can at least tell you're not my age.
Interessante. Guardem isso para o futuro. Essa informação. Mas esse esquema da Magilou aí de tipo fazer bagulho de comédia, eu acho mais estranho porque não tem nada aqui, pelo menos eu acho. Ah, tem sim. Esse aqui pro Porto Zex. A gente faz esse próximo episódio. Mas eu acho que tem umas conversas em DLC. E tem umas DLC que, tipo, tem umas skits que é basicamente todo mundo fazendo um bagulho de comédia, tá ligado? E eu vi os vídeos e é, tipo, um bagulho muito engraçado, mano. É muito bom. O charme desse povinho aqui, tipo... O charme de todo mundo aqui meio que... brilha pra caralho nesses skits.
Keep this between us, but I heard Lord Gideon was
Eu
killed
recomendo
by
ver.
demons.
Surely that's not true.
It most certainly is true. Hey, shh, they'll hear you.
I know someone who works in the palace, and he said the demon was a girl with the head of a wolf and the body of a gorilla.
But how could a demon have gotten into the palace?
Apparently, there was a power struggle among the higher-ups, and Gideon's enemies snuck the demon into his villa. They say that's why people sometimes heard terrifying screams coming from the place.
Is the demon still there?
No idea. Rumor says she escaped, but I wouldn't worry. There's no way she'd stick around here.
That's what you think. She's right here, so you'd better watch out.
Stop messing around already.
Não, seria muito comum. Tipo, ah não, o demônio tá na sua frente. Como assim o demônio tá na minha frente? O demônio que matou o Gideon é o mais feroz e destruidor de todos, moleque. 10 metros de altura, cara. Você acha?
The nights are so cold of late. It's gotten harder to get flamestone, too.
I hear the port at Hell of Ease is at a near standstill.
No matter how much flamestone they mine from Mount Killerhouse, they can't get it shipped out. I'm sure the Abbey is aware of the situation. It's not just us who are suffering. We have to endure.
Times like these is when we need to practice Lord Artorias' teachings. The many outweigh the individual.
Exactly. I'm sure Lord Artorias will think of us soon and send aid.
He doesn't give a damn about any of you.
How dare you!
The many outweigh the individual, right? Artorias wants to save humanity as a whole. Your individual troubles aren't important to him.
You have no idea what you're talking about. Aren't we part of the whole he wants to save?
What happy fools.
Sorry about that. She didn't get to see his speech, so she's been taking it out on everyone around her.
Really? What a troublesome kid.
Wow.
But really, that speech was incredible.
Se segura, Velvet. Não dá um soco na cara deles. Não vale a pena. Deixa eu ver se tem mais alguma coisa aqui. Acho que não deve ter nenhuma outra diálogo falado nessas áreas aqui não, né? Dá uma checada. Rapidão, né? Já tá quase na hora de encerrar o vídeo, né? Beleza, não tem não. Eu quero encerrar o vídeo depois dessa cutscene, vai. Estender um pouquinho mais.
Eleanor, I need you to wait outside. The boss of the Bloodwings knows an exorcist is with us, but...
Say no more. I'm sure they have clients who wouldn't appreciate their faces being known to the Abbey.
Correct. Laphicet, you stay with Eleanor.
Okay.
I'll be back soon.
My thanks for coming all this way. It's been a while. Would you care for a peach pie?
What do you want?
Oh, it would do you good to unwind every now and again, you know. Stretch a bow too far and its string is bound to snap.
What do you want?
Responde, pelo amor de Deus.
I would like you to escort this person out of the capital.
Eee.
Something smells about this. Literally. Where am I taking them?
Somewhere the authorities can't reach them.
Sounds nice. I could do with such a place myself.
No joke. We've been looking for a place to lay low, but we haven't had any luck yet.
Well, come to think of it, I've heard a rumor that it's been a while since the Abbey has had any contact from Titania.
The prison island.
Ooh.
Titania? But I thought the Abbey was in direct control of that place. Has the situation there gotten that bad since you left?
Sometimes the answer is right under your nose. I think it might work.
Yeah, could make a decent hideout actually. The Therians could definitely get their fill of malevolence there.
And the Abbey is far too goody-goody to imagine an escaped prisoner would ever return to her prison by her own free will.
At the very least, I'd say it's worth checking out.
I take it our intel has proven useful.
It has. But before we go, have you heard anything about the Abbey harboring demons?
I'm aware there was a demon in the villa, and that it has been relocated.
Where?
Yep.
I can't say right this moment, but I'm sure we will find out shortly.
All right, then in exchange for this passenger's safety, I want more information on that demon.
You've got a deal. Eisen, I heard about your confrontation with Melchior. I'm sorry I wasn't able to help you find him.
Yeah, you really blew that one, Toots.
It's fine. What's done is done.
Have you given up on finding Eifried?
No, I haven't. The crew and I will do whatever we can to quash the Abbey's plans. We do them enough damage, and the Abbey ought to start thinking about putting their hostage to good use.
Huh.
They'll set him up as a trap for us, and that's when we'll steal him back.
Attacking the Abbey to create an opening for his escape.
Clever.
It's what Eifried would do. That's all.
Beleza.
They're taking a while.
Yeah.
The Shepherd has a special mission for you. You are to protect the Malak Lafiset and bring him to the Logres Abbey headquarters.
Pois é, Leonor, você tá bem perto, tá sozinha.
What's wrong?
Hey, you want to take a walk around the capital for a bit? I can show you some of the sights.
But,
You can't trust me. I understand.
No, it's not that. I promise. I'd love to go sightseeing with you, Eleanor.
Fluffy said. Well, we'll do it another time, okay?
Why?
It's just, you know, Velvet would get mad at us.
Get mad about what?
Ah, you're done. And who is this?
A VIP entrusted to us by the head of the Bloodwings. We're stowing them away on Titania where the bad guys can't get at them.
The prison island? Just who is this person?
Didn't ask.
What?
Hey, something smells nice.
Huh?
Usa perfume.
Stop sniffing things. We're leaving.
Eu gosto
Can't believe you take a job without bothering to ask who you're escorting or why.
The less you know, the less trouble you invite.
Verdade. Eu gosto daquele momento da Eleanor.
Take a look at this.
Tá começando a, sei lá,
Quitting is the same as defeat.
começando a duvidar, né,
Let's do this one.
This recipe looks real tasty.
da abadia
Scout ship settings.
e tudo mais.
Who is that caped man?
I do not know, but his hawks seemed extraordinarily well trained.
Trained to hunt, maybe?
I'd imagine. It takes a great deal of time and money to train a bird like that. What is it?
I smell something nice.
Indeed. The scent is somehow familiar.
Meu Deus do céu, galera.
It can't be.
What are you two sniffing at?
Aha! They're bloodhounds on the hunt!
But we're talking about hawks hunting, aren't we?
Come again?
Oh, I'm sorry. Please excuse my poor manners.
Ok, Leonor. Bom, beleza. Tem que parar de cheirar, né, galera? Bom. Vou levantar um ponto aqui. Vocês lembram do Tyron que tinha debaixo do castelo? Ou esse castelo aí? Então. Era um pássaro, né? Fiquem com isso em mente para o futuro. Bom, é isso aí. No próximo episódio a gente escolta esse maluco aí, seja lá quem ele for, ele ou ela, pra prisão, a ilha da prisão, e a gente vê o que acontece. Então, até mais.